How you doing? If you are new here, hello, I am Nicole Concilio, and welcome to the video. So since you guys loved my low-rated Sephora product video, I thought I would bring to you next low-rated Ulta products. So this is gonna be me testing out some of the lowest rated Ulta product stuff, and as a suggestion from you guys, I'm going to try out the makeup first and then read the reviews. I know some of you guys were recommending that, and I listened to my peeps, so that is what we are gonna do today. Got my little box of trinkets here filled with makeup. And this time I also included false eyelashes, which was a recommendation from you guys as well. Let's get going. I feel like Casey Neistat. I'm getting far too much enjoyment out of cutting this. So first I'm starting off with the NYX HD Studio Primer. I have used NYX primers before and they definitely aren't my favorite, so I wasn't super shocked to see this on there. Oh God, it literally is like gray. It's like really, really weird and like very liquidy and tacky. Can you see that? Okay. What the hell? This is not easy to smooth around, that is for sure. And it feels very sticky on my hands. I'm actually gonna go in with a makeup wipe and kind of wipe some of it off my fingers because that just feels really gross. Okay, so this has 3 stars and 73 reviews. Now, again, I tried to pick products that had a decent amount of reviews because honestly, if there's a new product out and it has 1 review, it's not really trustworthy. Great! Causes heavy breakouts. Awesome. Definitely looking forward to that. So people are saying it's heavy, definitely heavy. It smells like glue. I didn't really smell it. Let me smell it now. It doesn't, I disagree with that. I don't think it really has a smell to it, but it does feel super heavy. Difficult to apply, like I said. Ineffective. Leaves a white cast on your face. You guys saw that firsthand. Heavy, ineffective, poor coverage. So basically, I would have to agree with this. I do not like the way that this is feeling on my face. It is very heavy. I'm actually gonna wipe it off because I'm really scared that it's gonna give me breakouts. I don't usually like NYX primers anyway, so this is no new news to me. Next! I know some of you guys might be pissed off that I took the primer off, but come on. If you saw multiple reviews of people saying it causes heavy breakouts, wouldn't you want to take it off too? So I'm just gonna protect my face. Off to a rocky start. I'm just gonna throw a bunch of shit across the room this video. Next up for brows, I have this Revlon Color Stay Brow. This is in the shade Soft Brown. This looks very, very dark. Usually I can get away with using the shade Soft Brown. Like for example, Anastasia Beverly Hills, their brow is, I like to use soft brown. Their pomade, I like to use soft brown. I think Benefit's number 2 pencil, I would clarify that as like a light brown. So this looks very dark. Let's just, ew. Okay, it's super sticky. It's not very efficient for drawing on good lines. Like, it's a very thick pencil. And it feels almost like a pomade, so it's kind of weird to do it like this and not use a brush. I'm actually gonna use a spoolie to kind of brush my hairs through because I do feel like it's getting super clumpy. That just looks so bad. That looks awful. Yeah, it is not pigmented at all. Glue brows it is, guys. You just gotta laugh. Just gotta laugh. I'm gonna come in even closer for you guys to see. I'm gonna try to take some on a brow brush just in case. Just to like see what that would do. I don't feel like that's really doing anything. I just feel like it's very waxy and difficult to work with. I'll try the same thing with this brow. Yeah. I don't know, y'all. I really can't get this to work, so. Okay, Revlon Color Stay Brow Crayon. Has 2 stars and 20 reviews. Very smudgy. Agree. Clumps. I didn't get the clumps, but it definitely does smudge and the color is hardly there. Worst product ever. It's very oily, doesn't stay on for more than a minute. I would definitely agree with that. I felt like I was getting somewhere and as I kept working the product through my brows, it completely disappeared. Some people are saying that they love this. I just don't understand. Bad color, looks fake, creases, too waxy. exactly, so. God, they just look so bad like this. I know some troll in the comments is gonna be like, wow, that's the best her brows have ever looked. Let's go in with our eyes now. So I'm going to prime my eyes with the e.l.f. concealer here. This is kind of what it looks like. It looks a little bit pink. This is in the shade Ivory. And I'm just gonna, okay, it's definitely pink compared to my skin, for sure. I'm just going to apply this. And I'm going to use a damp beauty blender to just kind of blend it out. Not too bad. It doesn't blend out too bad. I actually think it's quite nice on the eyes. So I'm not going to look at the reviews yet for this concealer. I'm going to wait to use it in action on my actual eyes. And then I'm just going to set this right now. And again, I'm using a setting powder that was pore rated as well. But I don't think that just setting it on my eyes like this is going to give an accurate review. For eyeshadow, I have the Nude Rose palette from BH Cosmetics. This has like a metal exterior. This is what the inside looks like. I would say it's kind of like comparable to a Naked palette, like a Naked Smoky Eye palette, a Naked Original palette, the Naked 2 palette. So the shades aren't named. They just have numbers here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I guess that's a little different. So looking at it right away, there isn't a lot of matte shades. This is a lot of shimmer shades. So I'm gonna go in with shade number 3, and I'm just gonna start blending that up in the crease. Okay. So that's the darkest matte shade. I'm not too happy about that. Let's go in with shade number 12 and kind of put this in the crease a little bit more. Okay, so when I dust off the brush, the pigment almost all disappears. So that's definitely something to keep in mind. Okay, so this color looks super dark here, and it is not coming off like that at all on my eye. You guys see how dark that is, right? Like, that should be almost black. I'm not really having an issue blending it out. It's just a pigment issue, I feel like. The lack of it being there. I just want to show you guys, this is literally my 4th time going over the crease with that color number 12. It's ridiculous. The pigment is not there at all. And I'm actually noticing it does look a bit patchy on the side here. God, that looks really bad. Like, I'm gonna try to save this here and blend it out a little bit more. Okay, whatever. Let's move on. I'm gonna go in with this shade right here, number 11, and I'm just gonna pack that on the lid. Okay, the shimmer shade isn't that bad. It definitely could be more intense, for sure, but what the hell? When I first put it on, you guys saw that, right? Like, I first put it on and it looked pretty pigmented. Look, it's gonna do the same thing to the other eye. You do like that initial swipe and you're kind of like, okay, that's cute. And then you go to blend it out and it just kind of fades into nothingness. All right, let's see what people are saying about this on Ulta. So this has 3 stars. Doesn't blend well, wears off easily, smudges, difficult to apply, doesn't blend well, no pigmentation, feels like kids makeup. Sorry, BH. Okay, let's move on to liner. We have this L'Oreal Infallible Sculpt Liner, which, what the frick? This is what it looks like. It has like a little ball at the end of it. That is interesting. So let's try to do a little wing liner with this. It might end up being a thick liner. Oh yeah, you cannot do a thin liner with this. Why would you even want this? Why would you want a thick ball like this? This is awful. And it feels like sandpaper. I really want to know what the purpose of something like this would be for. Like, you can't even flare it out nicely. And here's my thing. Like, I would definitely consider myself to be very good at makeup. If I'm someone who struggles with this, how is someone who doesn't ever wear makeup or is very new to makeup, how are they going to use something like this, you know? It is like the clumpiest mess. I hate it. I absolutely hate it. Let's do the other eye. I have no idea how to use this. This is so bad. What? Okay, that's as best as it's getting. Let's check in with the judges. There are 1.5 stars on this puppy and over 40 reviews. Difficult to apply, smudges, runs, fades throughout the day. See, stuff like that I can't really claim for because I'm only wearing this for a short amount of time, but I will tell you it is very smudgy. Feels like sandpaper on your eye, and it's very hard to use. It's just, that ball is just unnecessary. Time for our mascara. This is the Zoo mascara from NYX. This is a fiber mascara. I hate fiber mascaras. When you pull them out, you can see like all of the fibers going everywhere, and then they get in your eye, and it feels really good. This wand is huge. Okay, this wand is ridiculous. Nobody needs a wand this big. Ow. Oh my God. Oh my God. That hurts so bad. The fibers went right in my eye. Oh my God. No way. Oh. Holy shit. I'm actually wiping off the fibers so I don't have to do that again. And the mascara barely freaking coats anything. Like, I hate this. I hate this so much, and it really hurts. Like, it's in my eye so bad. Oh my God, I'm not even gonna continue to use this. First of all, my lashes are barely coated. You can't even tell, and I'm in so much pain in this eye right now. This has 2 stars and 300 reviews. Flakes, it's a sticky texture. I would agree with that. Definitely flaked off into my eye, and that shit hurt. The brush is way too large, is not pigmented enough. The fibers flake off everywhere. This is the worst purchase I've ever done. Very high chemical smell. You know what? When I was applying it, I did think like this kind of smells like shit, but I didn't want to say anything. But it does smell pretty bad. And it just flakes. Everybody's saying it flakes. Fibers fell into their eyes. Like, I'm in so much pain in this eye right now. Okay, shit, man. Moving on to lashes. Also, guys, I did just want to say, if this is your first video that you're watching of mine, I am not this negative ever. This is all lighthearted, okay? If I mention something that you really like, please continue to use it. This is not meant to hurt anyone's feelings. This is just a fun video. Or a torturous video, however you want to look at it. For lashes, we have the Vegas Nay Eyelure lashes. These are in the style Absolute Allure. They look like this. Interesting. Let's apply some glue to these and let them dry, and I'll pop them right on. These look crazy. You guys, can you see these? They look so... They look so bad. I'm looking up so hopefully you can see them in action. Oh my God. They look like Cynthia from the Rugrats. Cynthia, she's a really cool dancer, Cynthia. You know, she has like 3 hairs. This is what that reminds me of. These are really sparse. Like, what is the purpose of these lashes? And they feel kind of uncomfortable. They're almost too thin to work with. Let's pop on this side. Guys, help. I don't think I've ever laughed this hard at eyelashes. Bitch. Let's look at what Ulta has to say. 2.5 stars, 20 reviews, difficult to apply. The lash went straight out, had no actual volume. Exactly. I had to literally lift my head up for you guys to see. It literally just looks like there's crazy hairs sticking out of my eyelashes. These eyelashes looked full and like it was dropping down. Hot damn, these are awful. Wow. Next. Okay, let's go in with some foundation. I have some high hopes for this because this is a Benefit product and I usually love their products. So this is the Professional Pore Minimizing Makeup. So I'm gonna shake this up. I did the mistake of shaking it while the cap was off for some dumb reason and it went everywhere, so don't do that. There is a sponge on this side, and then the top is like a screw off. It has a press here, so I'm just going to put some of it on the back here. I also picked shade 3. Okay, not bad. I'm not a huge fan of this little device on the back. It's got coverage for sure. You know, I'm gonna go in with my beauty blender because this sponge is a little bit hard to use. I'm just wetting it right now with a little photo finish primer from Smashbox. I'm just gonna, yes, bitch, there we go. It was looking a little streaky with the product on the back there, that little sponge it came with. Wow, it comes out fast. Maybe if you just use it to dab on like that and then go in with your beauty blender, that could be an alternative way to use that. You know what? I kind of like this. I don't think it's bad at all. The only thing I could see people complaining about is the coverage, because it definitely isn't full, but there is like a nice even complexion. Kind of reminds me of a BB cream or something similar to that. I'm gonna go ahead and read the reviews now. Okay, so this has about 3.2 stars, I would say. People were saying, like I said, poor coverage. I don't think it was poor coverage. I don't think that this is claiming to be a full coverage foundation or anything like that. 3 people so far has said that it causes breakouts. Too greasy. I can see how people would say this is greasy because it is very dewy on me. I appreciate a dewy finish because I have very dry skin, but a lot of people don't appreciate that. And the only other thing people are saying is that it's just a little bit pricey. So it was 30 bucks for this. Yeah, I can see that being a little bit pricey, but overall, I'm not mad at it. I really am not. I think I'll probably continue to use this. All right, let's go in with my concealer. This is the e.l.f. concealer. Again, we are picking back up in Ivory. Okay, it definitely is very pink, especially on top of the foundation. Hopefully that blends out nicely again. I don't like how I have to apply it so roughly. I feel like that's annoying, and it does feel kind of heavy. Let's just highlight how we normally would, and let's start to blend this out. So when it blends out, it's not that bad, but it does feel very heavy. Definitely does have a pink undertone for sure. I feel like I'm really digging into my face to blend it out. That kind of makes me nervous because the under eye area is very sensitive to begin with. So I never like to do too much thrashing and bashing around under there. All right, let's read the reviews. Oh, also, there are only 2 colors in this. So it's ivory or beige. People are saying it made their pores look very big, didn't stay as smooth, was difficult to blend out. Totally agree with that. Really thick, 100% agree. People are saying it's sticky. It definitely is sticky. I think that is definitely a side effect of it being very heavy, is how sticky it is as well. So yeah, I agree. No, it's a no for me. So to set everything, I have the Estee Lauder Perfecting Loose Powder in the shade Light. So I'm gonna just dump a little in the cap here. I'm gonna put it under my eye. Ooh, I feel like it just oxidized my under eye a bit. That's weird. That shouldn't happen. It smells really strong. It's definitely oxidizing my skin. It's turning it like pink. Weird. Very, very weird. I feel like it almost took off some of my makeup too. It has 2.5 stars and 115 reviews. You know, a lot of people are liking this, but it only has 2 stars. Okay, here we go. Leaves my makeup looking chalky, not pigmented, settles into lines. It didn't settle into my lines, but it oxidized. It totally oxidized my makeup. There we go. Someone says it was almost as if I grabbed my blush and dusted it under my eyes. Yeah, it did that to me. It really did. I guess some people's skin reacts differently to different products, because a lot of people actually really like this. For our bronzer here / contour, so this is from Mally Beauty. This is a mix it up bronzing palette. So you have 2 kind of like bronzing colors. You have a light color right there, a blush color, and it looks like a highlight. So I'm assuming what you could do is mix everything together and that would give you a nice blush. But I'm just gonna go in and take this color up here and start to contour my nose out and see how that works. That's pigmented. Crap. There we go. So it definitely is like really pigmented. That is a very harsh contour. Blend this sucker out. I mean, so far so good. I have to say, I'm liking more of the products so far from my Ulta lowest rated than my Sephora. The Sephora was trash. Like, ooh, that was bad. But I'm not mad at this. I'm really not. I mean, it is a little dark for me right now. Try to blend it out as best as I can. And then I'm just gonna kind of mix the top colors together and see how that looks as a bronzer. A little patchy. That could also just be the powder underneath. It's a lot of factors, but it's not that bad actually. So the only negative I have to say about this is it does bring out a lot of that blush color, especially since a bronzer brush is usually thicker and larger. You're definitely gonna hit some of that pink. So I can see maybe some people saying, oh, I don't like this because it looks kind of pink on me. So I can understand that. Overall, I don't think that this is that bad, but let's see what Ulta has to say. So this has 3 stars. People were saying it was messy. They didn't like the way it applied. It wasn't what they were looking for. So yeah, I mean, I can definitely see that. If this is not something that you're looking for, where you're definitely gonna get more of that pink tone in your bronzer, then this is definitely something you have to stay away from. But if you were to go in with a smaller brush, kind of like what I did for my nose contour, this definitely could work for you. It is a little bit harsh on my nose, but that looks a little better. But yeah, I don't think this product was that bad. Would I be using it again? Probably not, because I have other bronzers that I really like, but I definitely don't think it was horrible. For highlighter, I have this e.l.f. Baked highlighter and bronzer. It feels like sandpaper. I'm gonna go in with a denser highlighting brush because I feel like I really have to put my brush in here. What? Where's the glow? Where's the glow? It is not there. Do I have to wet my brush? Let me try to wet my brush. But normally you shouldn't have to do this with a highlighter. Like, that defeats the purpose of it. Okay, that... Why did it make that line? This is bad. This is really bad. This is awful. I don't like the way it looks wet or dry. Wet, it looks like, I don't even want to say what it looks like. Let me go in with a fan brush. Maybe I can get some color off. No, I mean, this is very chalky and it's very concentrated in one area. Like, even down the center of my nose. I am digging into this product. Let's do Cupid's bow. Okay, Cupid's bow was cute. Not all highlighters are created equally, okay? I don't like this at all. It looks like crap. This looks like crap. But let's see what Ulta has to say. How? And I mean, how does this product have 3 stars? This is a 1. This is a half a star. I had to scratch off the top layer. There was no pigment. I used it wet and dry. Still nothing. Doesn't apply smoothly. This product is so dry and hard. You have to get it wet for it to barely show up. I ain't feeling it. I couldn't pick up any pigment. The bronzer kind of worked, but I had to re-dip all over and over. I didn't even test out the bronzer side. Doesn't show up well. You could barely tell. Not good, not good. And lastly, we have a lip gloss here. You guys know I don't really care for lip glosses, so this better be a really damn good one for me to like it. This is from LA Girl. This is called Glazed. Whoa. Okay, so that's what that looks like. It smells very minty, almost like medicine-y. You know, it's not that pigmented. It looks like it is in the monitor, but in real life, it's not really there for me, to be honest. It's very liquidy too. It's not sticky though for a gloss, so that's good. And the applicator is kind of hard to work with. It's plastic. Jesus, this is horrible. Horrible! Ooh, it's kind of like plumping my lips a little bit. Ugh. I love how it's called Super Intense Color. Where? So this has 2 stars and 35 reviews. Bad tasting, not true to colors, wears off easily, weird applicator, smells bad. Yeah, literally everybody's saying the same thing. Only some people are saying it's sticky, and to me, this is not sticky at all. I have some on my teeth. Cute. Ooh, I hate it. I hate the way it feels on my lips. I gotta take it off right now. It's like burning it a little bit. Alright guys, and this is the end of the lowest rated Ulta products haul. I do think it wasn't as bad as the Sephora, but at the same time, man, that lash, that liner, that lip gloss, this highlighter, the brows. I always do feel like these things are helpful. They help you guys out just in case if you are on the fence about some products. It also allows me to have some fun here and test out some interesting stuff. I still can't get over these eyelashes. They are nuts. So yeah, again, this was all inspired by Rach Loves. I really, really love her. I've been a huge fan of hers for a while, so that is kind of what inspired this whole thing. So leave me a comment down below if you want me to start doing the highest rated, because that could be cool to see too, because sometimes there could be some high rated stuff that is actually crap. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you subscribe if you like what you see. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!